to women who are at a very serious threshold and they are trying to figure out whether or not they should move with precision or if they should stay exactly where they are until further instructions. And I hope that this message serves as one that is timeless and one that serves as a motivational, intuitive, and spiritual, not necessarily instructions, but it awakens something within you to do what is necessary. Because what people really don't know is that God kept the best parts of you completely out of their reach. And this may sound like not it might sound strange to you if you are someone who has continuously been depleted from the people that you gave your all to. This may sound strange if you are someone who gives away your spiritual technology, your thoughts, even your body away to people who mean you no good, mean you no harm, or mean you all harm. And it's not though. It's not. Because if these people had the best parts of you, then baby, you still got some awakening to do. Because there's no way, there is absolutely no way that these fools, this negative energy, these demons that dress up, that masquerade as humans, has ever had the best parts of you. That could never happen. That could never happen. And the reason why you feel so anxious around these people, because the reason why you might feel a level of depression around these types of people, the reason why you feel so stuck around these types of people is not only because, let me say this, not only because they are attacking you at every angle. They're attacking you physically. They're attacking you emotionally. They are attacking you spiritually, especially. And a lot of y'all are being attacked spiritually through through physicality. Okay, that's another conversation for another time, or we might touch on that today. Depends on where the Holy Spirit takes me. A lot of y'all are being attacked in those ways and you're feeling the pressure because you're refusing. That is a way of your body and your mind saying, I refuse to let these people have the best version of me. And so instead of saying I'm going all in and just going ham on these people, I am reserving myself for when I move out of this space. And a lot of y'all don't even know that's where you are right now. A lot of you don't even know. So I'm here to tell you that, baby, they don't have the best of nothing with you. They could never. Do they know who you are? Do they know who you are? Do they know how magnificent you are? Do they know? Actually, they do know how magnificent you are, or else they would not be attacking you in this way. See, the enemy shows up at your front door when you're doing all the things right. Okay? And that is the message we are going to get in today. Before I do, got a little bit of house cleaning to do. Travis, we are booked at capacity until September for my private witness dedication. Please, we can't even advertise that right now. I might come up with something that's more contained, but my private witness that we're booked at capacity. Yes, praise God. Tap into that. Okay. So thank you so much. I meant to tell you that, but I was like, I'm going to see Travis anyway. So yeah, we are booked at capacity for my private witness dedication. And I thank every last woman that booked that and saw the value. I thank every last woman who was able to book the one-on-one calls to find out if that was a source for them. We are at capacity. Whew, my goodness. No, I appreciate you. The second thing is that my name is Cass, and some of you may be new here, and some of you may be returning. And I've given you a lot of introductions, but I just have to let you know that I have over 10 years of being a death doula. hmm I am a social worker, and I've been a social worker for over 12 years and a death doula for over 10 years. And what saddened me the most, and what still saddens me that's my business, is that I have sat with many women who were accomplished, who were loved, who have put energy into this world, and they were never fully witnessed. And I remember sitting down one day and saying, the sacred space that I create for those women, I have to create for the women who are in front of me right now. Because these women are achievers. These women are high capacity. These women are high functioning. These women are spiritually gifted and emotionally intelligent, and they deserve to be witnessed the same way that I witness women crossing thresholds to the final stages of their lives. And that is my ministry here. I not only do this work on YouTube, which is where you'll mostly find me, but I do this work privately as well. It is my soul. It is my soul mission. It is my God given gift to take every skill set that I've learned as a death doula and a hospice social worker and transfer that into the women that I speak to on a daily, which is you. It's not always going to come out pretty, is not always going to come out nice, but it will come out with love, compassion, truth, and care. And if that's something that you're here for, I want you to make sure that you are subscribed, make sure your notifications are on, and make sure you check my community tab because I'll be posting on there, girl. So if you're ready for this conversation, type a one in the chat and let's get to it. Whew, my goodness. Now, it's a lot of big energy moving. It's a lot of mindset manipulation happening here in this space, in this energy. And I'm going to tell you right now, some of y'all might feel completely off balance. Some of y'all might feel completely out of not out of touch, but you feel like there's something that's keeping you off balance. And what that something is people or someone, I feel like there's a specific person here who was dedicated to the mind games. So some of y'all might be in a situation where the mind games keep playing over and over again. And I'm not talking about little mind games here and there. No, no, no. I'm talking about the type of mind games where you're at the edge of trying to figure out if this is for real or not. These are the type of mind games that are so specific to who you are that you are at night praying whether or not this is real or if somebody or this is some type of sick, cruel joke. And let me tell you something, collective. Let me tell you something. If you have to ask if it is real, this is real. If you're asking whether or not you're being manipulated, you're being manipulated. If your intuition is giving off all of the red flags, this is a red flag. What we're not going to carry in this energy is us gaslighting ourselves. See, that's what these demons do. These demons do a great job of gaslighting us so well that we end up gaslighting ourselves. We end up doing the bad work for them. And I'm here to pull you out of that. Big 9 of swords and 10 of swords. So some of y'all are at the heightened level of anxiety, of lies, of deception. Some of y'all are straight in the fire of deception. And you keep asking yourself, is this the truth? Is this what it is? It is what you say it is, because that's what you are experiencing and feeling. And you know, a lot of the times, ladies, when we are high capacity, high functioning, we tend to overthink things and we make them more difficult than they need to be. Baby, it is just that simple. When somebody's playing in your face, when somebody's playing with your emotions, when somebody is telling you lies and you keep going back and questioning, baby, that ain't nothing that you need to keep ruminating about. It is what it is. The question is, what move are you fitting to make? Because see, Four of Pentacles in reverse, You out of bounds. You out of balance. Yeah. You don't even feel right now. Your house don't feel like a home. You feel unsteady. You feel weak and you feel unprotected. You feel like there's always something behind you or next to you that you can't quite put your finger on, you can't quite grasp. You over here, you got a good book and got all in it. Try a little yoga for a minute, but it won't let go. It won't let go. You know it. And it's because everything you are doing to eradicate that feeling, or that emotion, or that tie, that knot, that hook in you, you're walking right back into it the very next day, the very next minute, the very next hour. You're walking right back into it. And it's causing you such a high level of distress that I believe that some of you may be, I'm going to say it, as I channel this message, some of y'all might be lying to yourselves about how serious this is. Baby, it's serious. When it comes to the spiritual health and wealth of you, it's always going to be that serious. You're not doing well in this space. And God is asking you, instead of going full throttle of protecting that which is precious, the best parts of you, against something that you can eradicate, is telling you to move. So here's a twist. You going so hard to protect yourself from this situation right here that you don't even see that there are a few ways out that God is telling you it ain't going to be easy, but it's going to be worth it. But because you have been gaslit into believing that those ways out will be more harmful than staying, you haven't busted a move. This is your sign to bust the move. Get up out of your way. Oh, yeah. I won't be long, but I surely will be strong. It's a lot of pain. It's a lot of pain that I'm feeling for you right now. I feel like some of you are at this threshold and this pain is so deep. It's almost like there's a vengefulness. It's almost like you want to turn back around, not so that you can be comfortable, but you want to turn back around so that you can show these people that you really worth it. You want them to know, why can't you see me as someone who is worthy? Baby, they see you as someone who is worthy. That's why they're so comfortable with shutting you down. That's why they are so comfortable with digging at your gifts and telling you that you're worthless. And they might not even come out and say straight up, oh, you're worthless. No, they're going to say little tiny things here and there. Yeah, I mean, that's all right. I mean, it ain't all that. I mean, what you going to do with that? Don't nobody want to hear that. Don't nobody want to see that. You getting all them degrees for what? Hey, yeah. That's how they dig into you. That is the lie. That is the lie that they feed into you little by little so that you don't believe in yourself. And that is causing you a great deal of stress. Because how you living free? How you living in the power that God has given you? If you keep quieting yourself down for the people who don't even care about you. Because if they cared about you, they want you to win. They always want you to be on the top, unequivocally. So I feel like some of y'all are in the midst of removing that energy from your life. And I'm here to tell you, go harder. I'm not asking you to back up. I'm not asking you to back down. I'm telling you to go harder. Looking at temperance in reverse. Yeah. Some of y'all just, it's so interesting Y'all in a tower moment. I gotta channel this message. I can't even go soft on you right now. God, please allow this message to flow clearly. Many of you are in a tower moment. And I'm not talking about just the very beginning. I'm talking about you are deep in your tower moment. Like you see it burning on both ends. You see the stairs getting like it's closing in on you. The walls are closing in on you. A lot of you feel like there's no way up or down, that you literally have to get out of it. I feel like some of y'all might be chased by a bad decision that you made. I feel like some of y'all might be hurting from a bad decision that you made. I feel like some of y'all keep allowing people to talk to you that don't even belong in your space. I feel like some of you are just sitting on the stairs crying because you are suffering from analysis paralysis. I feel like some of y'all just want to scream at the top of your lungs because you want somebody to hear you. I hear you. I hear you. I feel you. I see you, because that's the recognition that you really need. All this hard work you're doing, all the accolades that you might be receiving, but yet still, this one person, these two people, your family, your friends, people that surround you that's supposed to be there for you, they are in this tower hoping that it burns to the ground with you in it. That's ugly. Some of y'all in some ugliness right now. Some of y'all in so much just red tape, ugly, detrimental energy that you feel hopeless. Some of y'all in it so deep that you don't even know what to do next. And I'm here to tell you, oh, I'm here to tell you, here's what you're going to do next. You're going to shake the system. Oh, yeah. Hey, I'm Cass. And I just want to let you know that I'm all about you, woman. I'm all about you winning. I'm all about you living a life of purpose, love, truth, and realness. And if there is somebody that is within your tower moment and you feel like you don't know where to move and they closing in on you, you gonna do what Will Smith did and parents just don't understand. Oh, no, girls of the world ain't nothing but trouble. You gonna yell Geronimo and jump out the window. They gonna be looking at you getting out that spiritual window like this. No, she didn't. And you gonna say, yes, I did. And guess what? You gonna land softly every single time. Why? Because God kept the best parts of you completely out of their reach. And there is no way in the world that they are going to come after you made such a bold move. You were supposed to stay still. You were supposed to allow them to keep coming at you. You were supposed to just be quiet and take it. That's what you were supposed to do. And you flipped the script and you did something that they never expected you to do. And that's believe in yourself enough to move. Whew. That was believe in yourself enough to say, I ain't got to deal with this. I'm out. That's what they don't understand about how God moves through you. God moves through you because you're able to make moves that are unexpected to the enemy. And a lot of times when women become used to a routine, breaking out of that routine is scary. It feels wrong. It almost feels sacrilege. Look at this life God gave me. It's beautiful. It's awesome. I'm not saying you have to leave your life entirely. But the parts that's causing the greatest distress around these people, no, that has to go. Mm-hmm. And so this may look like something very simple. And it's simple to you because You are high executive functioning. So it's simple to you. But you got to think the enemy never thinks that you're going to do the simplest thing. So to disconnect, you might go ahead and just stop answering your phone. Thank you. I received that. Thank you. I don't know who paying y'all to say these great things to me, but I truly appreciate it. Thank you. The enemy never expects you to do the simplest thing, like stop answering your phone and text messages. Enemy never expects that. Now, what happens when you stop answering your phone and the text messages from these people who want to utilize your energy as a way to create confusion and chaos in your life? What are you going to do? You're going to see them spaz out even more. Let me tell you something. Watching the clown show of people who mean you all harm is probably one of the most entertaining moments you'll ever have in your entire life. I'm watching about several clown shows right now. That's right. Mm-hmm. People who thought they had access to me and really don't, never did. I'm watching them crash and burn right now. Yeah. You don't have to get involved with people who are crashing and burning because they wanted to use you as a scapegoat for their evilness. What? We're talking about making moves that support your growth, support your journey. Yeah. Another thing that you can do is get into your rituals. Now, I know I've actually had somebody email me and tell me, Cass, rituals don't matter. I don't believe in them. I don't do them. I don't pray. I don't do any of that. I like your messages, but could you stop talking about that? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I actually think that you're a demon because rituals set the intention. And if you don't like the intention of being banished, of energy being banished, then what's wrong with you? If you don't like the idea of prayer to the Holy Spirit, then what's wrong with you? Oh, you better get deep into your rituals. You better get deep into your prayers because the enemy is just not operating physically. They are operating spiritually as well, and they feed off of that energy. Enacting spiritual legislation is an amazing way of not only connecting with the Most High, but returning to sender. Mm-hmm. Another thing is, hold on, y'all. Another way to disturb or disrupt this energy of confusion and disruption is what I say to y'all. Meet them at the front door. Y'all see, I got my grills in the day, okay? I'm hanging out the window, mouth full of gold teeth. Mm-hmm. Because I feel this negativity and this nasty spirit upon the divine feminine. Okay? So I need to let them know I'm hanging out the window, mouth full of gold teeth. You don't really know me. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So what I say, you meet them at the front door. What's your problem? See, because when you start asking the people around you what their problem is, the first thing they're going to try to do is gaslight you. Oh, no, I don't have a problem. Oh, no, that's not. No, we're confronting this right now. What's your issue? Because when I do this, you do that. What I say, y'all, when you move, they move, just like that, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So when I move, you move. Why do you do it like that? When I say I want to do this and you come back and you're very negative about it, why? What's the problem? What's this conversation? No, 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 no. Let's be specific. Let's be specific. Well, I just don't like. Nobody cares what you like. What's next? Because you don't like it, you got to tell me you don't like it. Keep that to yourself. See, when you get specific with the enemy, you really knock them down a couple pegs. Actually, sometimes you squash them. Somebody said, "Oh, preach this." That's real. You got to get specific with the enemy if you're going to take that route. If you feel like you don't want to cut them off yet, because sometimes that's after you get finished confronting them. If you feel like you don't want to cut them off yet, if you feel like your prayers need a little bit of sometimes the road to the other side is straight up confrontation. And I told y'all, I ain't scared of confrontation, not at this point in my life. And let me tell y'all something. The way I used to, just some disclosure here, because I know that a lot of y'all have the same experiences that I have or had. Way back when I was younger, a little less emotionally mature, my confrontation looked a lot different, right? It was unorganized. It was discombobulated. I have learned through a very special friend of mine that confrontation is good. It can be good. And if used strategically, it'll get people the F up out of your face with the quickness. And one of the things that I've learned is to ask the very direct question of, tell me what your problem is with this specific thing with me. Watch them freeze up. Seems like you're having trouble with your words. Seems like you can't exactly find what your problem is. So this must mean it's either emotional, it's reflective, or it's spiritual. Which one is it? See, they're not going to have the collectives back against the rope. We're going to pounce and fight back. And when we really do it, we don't even announce it like that. Y'all saying it wrong. You don't even pronounce it like that. The collective walk through like we know bouncers like that. Like, damn, we ain't even know they rituals is like that. Okay. Quoting Fabulous there, just in case you wanted to know. I'm a big fan of the collective holding their ovaries and saying, oh, you think that you think I'm the punching bag. You think you're going to take advantage of me. Oh, no. Pull up a chair. Let's talk. And I know when you decide to do that collective, because this is, listen, this is executive level. This is C-suite conversation, because I know that the women I speak to, y'all can walk in executive boardrooms and make it make sense. I know that you can run your own business and be on the phone with customer support and you're very direct there. But when it comes to interpersonal relationships, you kind of, shrink. No, we're not doing that. Okay. So the only way through, and I have to be very clear that a lot of women, the only way through is confrontation. We need to stop pretending that, oh, all you have to do is just cut them off. No, we're confronting, and we're going to confront with our words. We're going to confront with the law if we have to. We're going to confront with exposure if we have to. The divine feminine does not have to be scared of confronting people whose sole purpose is to disrupt how you operate in this world. When I look at the overall energy of the collective, the reason why you feel off balance, off kiltered, is because you have not recognized the power of your voice. And you don't know what to do with the power of your voice. Some of y'all are very private. Some of you are very quiet. That's okay. Your voice is a vibration. Can y'all just type a one in the chat if you know that your voice is a vibration? Type a one in the chat if you know how powerful your voice is. I'm not just talking about going outside and speaking loudly. I'm loud enough for all of us. I probably don't even need no microphone. This actually keeps me from being super loud. In my prayer alchemy course that's about to come out again, I teach how the vibration of the voice writes the spiritual laws into the air and it manifests almost in real time, and how to do that and why it's important. So I'm a big believer in chanting. I'm a big believer in finding a powerful phrase and repeating it over and over again, humming it, singing it, speaking it in a specific frequency. By the way, get yourself a tuning fork if you need to. Whew. Brooke said one. My girl Casey said one. Y'all in the chat, one. I'm telling you. So when I say use your voice, if the first thing that came to your mind is, oh, I don't want to put my business on Front Street. Who said anything about Front Street? We're talking about the divine streets. Because what that actually does is a bigger purpose, not just to make it, oh, we got to take it out of reality and put it in the ethos. That's not the only thing. When you enact spiritual technology through vibration of the voice, it then in turn gives you emotional clarity. And when you are solid in your emotional clarity, you think faster, you act faster, and the solutions become clearer to you. That's real life application. How many of y'all, I want y'all to say, Cass, that's me in the chat. How many of y'all have had such a good cry? I'm talking about crying, just ugly crying. And a couple hours later, you like, all right, boom, I know exactly what to do. Now you ready. Now you ready. Because let me tell you something, plenty hate. They be taking shots, never penetrate. Somebody say, Cass, that's me. The ugly cry where you on the floor rolling around. You, oh, yeah. Girl. Fix yourself something to eat. You might go to sleep for a couple hours. You wake up, you like, you know what? I needed to get that out of my system. I'm ready to do this now. Now you going into your prayers with a clearer agenda. Now you walking out in the world with a clearer mindset. Now you walking into the police station ready to make that report and you have everything that you need. Now you able to respond to that frivolous lawsuit. I'm talking about some real life things here. Like, y'all, women are going through a lot. So I'm not just telling you to go through the ethos. That is one source of the frontier. I'm asking you to go into difficult situations with a clear mindset and with a strategy. And a great way to do that is through spirituality. Not by me saying, oh, the Nine of Swords, they're going to have a mental breakdown. That's going to come. Because what you do in the real world is going to have an effect throughout all of the realms. But you got to hit them on multiple fronts. The truth needs no defense. That's why when we hear people, that's why when Papoose, okay, y'all know I'm a huge fan of pop culture, okay? So sometimes I have to go there. 50 Cent is getting rolled on right now, okay? He is getting beat all the way up in these hip hop streets, okay? And Papoose, who is a rapper, has been in the rap game for, I don't know, 20 plus years at this point, and is known as one of the best lyricists of our generation. Papoose dropped a diss track against 50 Cent that I am going to qualify as in the top 10 diss tracks of all time. Okay. And when you speak from a place of conviction, okay, when you speak from a place of conviction and truth and knowledge, it actually cuts through any fabrication that was ever built upon you before. Y'all hearing what I'm saying? When I listen to Papoose' record, you're going to have to actually get Thurgood Marshall and Johnny Cochran down here for me to not believe it. Is what I'm saying. Because the truth needs no defense. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that is a way of direct confrontation. Now, are there things that we could, go back on Papoose against? I'm sure. Things that we know publicly, I'm sure there are clapbacks. But the fact of the matter is that was a direct confrontation that he used with his words. And it's the vibration of his words that made it point blank, period. Where all you can do is respond with a meme. That's the power of the vibration of your voice. People can talk all day about whether or not he sold 1 billion records or not. It's irrelevant. When it's time for direct truth and confrontation, whatever these people want to try to get towards you or lie on you about or try to manipulate you, it won't stand in the court of holy opinion. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I want to use something that was a pop culture adjacent to prove the point that sometimes it don't even matter what dirt is out there on you. And I'm using this from this hip hop point of view, with using the example that I used with Papoose and then 50 Cent. Papoose got a whole lot of things that we can kind of corner him about and say, hey, same thing with T.I. Did y'all know that T.I. and his sons made diss tracks against 50 Cent? Did y'all know this? I'm proving a bigger point here. We can go after T.I. and his family for a whole lot of things. And a lot of those things we can say with confidence because they put their whole lives on TV. Glow said, no, I did not. Yes, girls, y'all, I be in pop culture business. I should have my own pop culture talk show. My point is that we can say a lot about that family, and it might all be true. And it's all dirt. It's all gossip. Who cares? When it comes to the defense of the truth, it has a frequency that cuts through anything that somebody is trying to do against you. That is the whole point of me bringing this up. And I'm using these two specific men for a very good reason, even though this applies to the divine feminine. Because sometimes we have to call on the divine masculine to show up in ways that may be unexpected. The reason why T.I. and his two sons came out swinging, going against 50 Cent is because 50 Cent attacked the matriarch of that family. They attacked T.I.'s wife, threw up a meme of her, talked about her looks, talked about her body. Right? So what happened? The men came out in her defense, as they should have. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. When it came to Papoose, now I know they have a longer standing beef, and I don't even know the real history of it. But I know for sure that 50 Cent had dropped some tidbits and talked about how manly his current girlfriend, Clarissa Shields, who we covered on this channel when she was going against Layla Ali. We covered Clarissa Shields on this channel. That's his current girlfriend. He was talking trash about her. What happened? Direct confrontation. That's what I'm talking about. And the response on big old 50's chest is to throw up memes. Throw up memes about how Papoose ain't got no career. How he's never had a hit record. In the pillars of hip hop, memes do not exist in the pillars of hip hop. In the pillars of truth and light, this talk is cheap, and lies are not a part of the pillars of the Holy Spirit. I'm drawing a connection here so I can make it real for you. If you are someone who feels out of whack, out of balance, Four of Pentacles in reverse, Temperance in reverse. So you feel like you ain't got a grip on things. You feel like the attacks just keep coming, keep coming. Sometimes you got to confront it with directness. People equate femininity with, equate femininity with being dainty. Bitch, we believe in dark femininity over here. That means being able to look at order within chaos, not just create order out of chaos. If you are within it, you have to center yourself enough to look at the chaotic shit around you and lasso that shit up and create order. That involves direct confrontation with the outside and direct confrontation on the inside. That's realer than real deal, Holyfield. And a lot of y'all scared of your own truth. A lot of y'all scared of your own truth because it's painful. A lot of you scared of your own truth because it doesn't coincide with the woman you are today. It doesn't coincide with the degrees or the businesses or the motherhood or living your best life. It is a part of your story. The pain is a part of why you show up the way that you show up. And not near, not a hoe can come play in your face and enact spiritual warfare upon you without you giving it direct confrontation. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Did my example land for you? Somebody type yes in the chat if it landed for you. And then make sure you double tap that screen. Some of y'all really scared to show up and say, bitch, I'm about it. I gotta protect the best parts of me. And before I lay down and shut up, I am going to make sure that my stand is clear. You do not have access to that. And you never will. And what you think is going to happen is you think I'm going to sit back. You think I'm going to be quiet. You think I'm going to not say anything. And the truth of the matter is that my voice is going to reverberate throughout the ethos against your demonic act. Say what you want to say about me, and the truth needs no defense. And the truth of the matter is, it was God's plan to show you was the liar the whole time. Mm, mm, mm. Chloe said, right, right, right. To consistently have people play in your face and give you consistent headaches and you tired all the time. And these energy vampires, we want to sit up here and be like, oh my God, this person, they keep telling me all of their drama. I don't care about it. Oh my gosh, this person, all they want me to do is show up for them and say, girl, we knocking all that stuff out. Any type of access they want to you, it's a no-go. They cannot have access to the best parts of you. God completely removed it out of their reach, and God gave you something that is so powerful. It is the power and the vibration and the frequency of your voice. Period. Whew. Any questions before I move on? I'm gonna give out a closing statement. Mm, mm, mm. And look, as soon as I pick up my deck, it says the it. The it. 5 of Cups. Ooh wee. The it, baby. That's real. That's real. People give us the it. Look, straight intuition. Mm-hmm. Intuition. This is, ooh wee. Swipe right. It's a lot of emotion. Somebody is moved in here. Somebody is moved in here. We got the Queen of Cups, the 2 of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. Somebody is moved up in here. Big divine feminine intuition, protecting. I feel like there's a protection here. Whew. Y'all, somebody in here is dealing with this level of, I'm going to call it bullying. Somebody is dealing with this level of bullying from inside of their own home, from inside of their own circle. So this can be family members or a best friend. This could even be somebody that you're romantically involved in. This is somebody who is close to you that has access to you. And I said at the beginning of this, a lot of y'all are allowing people to get access to you spiritually because they have access to you physically. Somebody that you have pictures with. Somebody that's, I feel like you just took pictures with this person. You just took a selfie with this person. Or somebody sent you a picture. And I feel like this picture, download. I feel like this picture is like all face. And you really see like their eyes. If they sent you, if this is you, you don't have to reveal yourself, but if this is you and they sent you a picture of their face or you see the majority of their face, I want you to cover like their mouth and their nose and even their forehead. And I want you to look in their freaking eyes in that picture. And I want you to take a deep look. And I want you to go off of your intuition and you tell yourself what is hiding in those eyes or what is being revealed within those eyes. And that's going to tell you whether or not you need to move on. That's why you need to move on regardless. Double tap that screen, y'all. Yeah, you need to move along regardless. Burnt out. Burnt all the way out. Yeah. 10 of Swords. And ain't that something? I got double confirmation. 10 of Swords with the 10 of Swords. You're done. You're done. Yeah. Yeah. Some of y'all might need some help getting out of this. Some of y'all might need some help getting out of this. This is where your community comes into play. Now, I have to be real with y'all, just like I was yesterday. Your community is not always going to be the people closest to you. Sometimes that's the worst way to even get your community. I'm not saying that your support system should not be close family members, friends. I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying is don't be afraid to diversify your community bonds. If you are part of a chess club, if you're a part of a book club, if there's something that you somewhere you can go after work, a happening that's going on in your area for free, if the museum is open, I don't care. You got to diversify your support system. And that doesn't mean that you go find somebody you dump on them. Tap in, nah, because you wouldn't want that. You wouldn't want somebody that you just met to just dump on you. I've had that happen before. And younger me would sit there and listen. Now I'm just like, you know what? This sounds like a job for your therapist. I'm a social worker, but I'm not your social worker. Okay. But the point of making that connection is for you to get outside of yourself so that you can operate within what? Clarity. Correct. Knight of Swords. Yeah. Woo. And look, gaslighting came out. Knight of Swords with gaslighting. Wow. Holy macaroni. Confirmation. Tap in. Tap all the way in. And you know what, y'all? This ain't even gaslighting to somebody else. I feel like I said earlier, I feel like some of y'all be gaslighting yourselves into thinking that where you are is okay, even though you having consistent breakdowns. Talking about, why am I in this situation? Why do I feel so off balance? How come I'm not in overflow? How come I'm not receiving my blessings? It's because you are in a situation where God is like, man, if I give you your blessings right now, you're going to spoil them. I said what I said. All this talk of us in abundance. Glow said, guilty, not anymore. Ain't no shame. Our awakenings happen at different points in our lives. And I want to say this as well. This shit don't happen overnight. It does not happen overnight. Let me tell y'all something. Ambient discouragement is very low key. Ambient discouragement. Oh my gosh, Cass, I've never heard that before. What is that? That is a low key manipulation that cannot be pinpointed at one specific area. It is accumulated over time by the people who you were supposed to trust, family, friends, and anybody else in your close circle and the adjacent. And over time, years, they're telling you little slick shit to make you believe that what you want, what you desire, what your purpose is not real or is not significant. So many women become overachievers, but not for the right reasons. It's because they feel like they have something to prove. You dig what I'm saying? What I'm telling you is that in order to remove that energy, you got to recognize that just like ambient discouragement didn't happen overnight, it was a decades-long process. And because you were so used to it, you allowed it to happen from new people and more new people because it seemed normal. It's not going to be overnight to remove it. Thank you. It's not going to be overnight to remove it. So let me tell you this. I say all that to say this. Give yourself grace Bitch. Give yourself grace. hmm Y'all, this light is bright. Hold on. Give yourself grace. Okay, that's a little bit better. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Oh. Too blue. Oh. Oh, that's kind of cute. You can see my what they call like LED light makeup that I've been wearing. Y'all know I've been wearing that kind of stuff. Okay, anyway. Mm. Oh gosh. Okay, that's better. Whew. That light was bright as I don't know what. I hope y'all don't mind it being a little bit darker in here. It does not happen overnight to remove that energy. So give yourself grace. Give yourself an opportunity to recognize the patterns. And again, if you need support, hire support. If you need support, hire support. If you cannot afford support, go to your local community center, sit in. Go to an AA meeting, sit in. Go to your local church and find a chaplain, sit in. If you are a veteran, go to the VA, sit in. I don't think y'all really hearing me. I think y'all just like to show up because of my hair and my eyeliner. Dressed like a nightclub. I'm here for it. My message is kind of layered. Well, all my messages are layered. Okay. But truly, my message is about the power within. Is it going to fix everything? Of course not. And I would never sit in your face and say, oh, if you do this and all your problems will be solved. Because life is way more complicated than that. And there are too many factors that go on that prevent me from doing that. Plus, I kind of find it disrespectful, and we must operate within our respective fields of operation, okay? Our respective levels of expertise. And I am not God. That's not my level of expertise. Okay. I am someone who was able to see patterns and put a name to them. I'm very good at that, right? It's a superpower that I have. And when I work with women one on one and they come to me and they say, Cass, this is the season I'm in, and this is what's going on with me, I'm able to kind of pull out exactly what they're experiencing. And they'll say, yes, that's exactly what it is. And when they have the language for it, they are able to then make moves that are in clarity. Okay. You said you're listening? Okay. Thank you. I lost my train of thought. Oh, I remember now. Whew. Thank you. When we are in these moments and my messages are kind of layered like this, I want you to remember that you have a certain level of power that you can utilize, and you are never hopeless or helpless. And when your back is against the wall, oftentimes it takes that next level of strength and insight to pounce back off of those ropes and fight back in a way that allows movement. Sometimes you fight so hard and you feel like nothing is happening. You're not taking a bite out of the elephant, but you are. You are. And you don't have to do it alone all the time. The internal journey may feel lonely, and it may be a lonely one. It's one where you might have to walk alone. But if you out here going against people whose sole job is to ensure your unhappiness, you call in all the spiritual reinforcements you need. You call in all the support that you need. You go deep into your prayers, into your rituals, use the vibration of your voice, and you make a stand. Because as I used before with the rappers Papoose and Ti taking a stand in what they believe in, they are protecting their divine feminine. Looking at Queen of Cups, I feel like a lot of you are protecting your inner child. Hmm? And that's a noble cause. And oftentimes you have to utilize a duality that feels gritty. Mhm. It feels war-ish. Yes, it is war, spiritual warfare, right? It's ugly, but it's a fight. It's a fight for your mind. It's a fight for your soul. It's a fight for your spirit. It's a fight for your future. And it's not one that should be taken lightly. And you're going to have people that run to the internet and say, you're not as accomplished, which means you should be discredited. Because that's what 50 Cent did. 50 Cent said, you're not accomplished. You're not as accomplished as I am. Therefore, you should be discredited. But the truth doesn't need an accomplishment. Yeah, that's the part that people be forgetting. The truth doesn't need an accomplishment. The truth is the truth, and it cuts like the holy sword. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So when you have somebody that tries to downplay your accomplishments because it doesn't look a certain way, when you have somebody downplay or try to shame you for your past because it's not squeaky clean, when you have somebody that tries to make fun of your traumas because they don't know what it's like to be powerless, you remind them that the truth, which you are living in, your truth and the truth, needs no defense, and it will always come through and cut the disrespect through and through. That's who you are. Divine feminine. You are protected by the Most High. That's why I said, who do they think they playing with? I mean, Kendrick Lamar said it. He said, "Hey, top dog, who the fuck they think they playing with? Extortion, my middle name. Soon as I jump off of that plane, bitch, I'm allergic to the lame shit. Only you like being famous. You can't give me no swag. Neither I don't give a fuck who you ain't with." That's what he said. That's what he said. I care about all this, all these accolades you think you got. Shout out to hip hop that's just flowing through me today. Another example. A demon thinking they are on the top of the world. A demon who likes to hurt the divine feminine in so many ways. I'm talking about Drake. A demon that got accolades after accolades after accolades. The demon who can say, I sold more records than Michael Jackson, which you could never. I don't care what the digital sales say, which you could never. When the truth came through a vibration, it cut through all the noise where it forever switched the perspective in which people saw that person. Whew. Damn, that was good. That felt good. That example felt good, didn't it? Man. When you are protected, feels good. And these hoes want you to believe that you out there unprotected. These hoes want you to believe that you're supposed to take the trash that they give you. They must have forgot. They must have forgot who signed the dotted line. It was God. God looked at you and said, boom, she ready. Send her on out. Here you come. Way. Now look at you. Fucking winner. Fucking winner. I said it. Receive it. Receive it. Hold it. Nurture it. You came out a winner. So no matter what phase you are in your tower, you still have higher level power that the enemy wishes they can get a part of, a piece of. But God kept the best parts of you completely out of their reach. And now they big mad about it. Baby, I love that for you. If this message resonated at any point in time, you make sure that you share this message with the woman who needs to hear it. You say, girlfriend, you need to hear this message. Let me tell you what it does. It not only shares it with somebody who might not even know who Cash Young is, but it also greatly helps this channel out. I am still a growing channel. Y'all, we are almost at 2,500 subscribers. Wow. Almost 2,500 people hit subscribe here. That is amazing. I don't think I've ever had 2,500. Well, my TikTok has it, but I don't trust TikTok. YouTube is more grounded, where the real ones are. I said it. And I am so happy that we got to meet each other. If you are new here, my name is Cass. I have over 10 years of death doula experience, and I'm a hospice social worker. And what bothered me the most in my field is that I would have to honor women towards the end of their lives. And I made a declaration that I would honor women who are in the here and now. That's the gift. And it's going to keep on giving. As long as I breathe and I can go live, it's the gift I'm going to keep on giving. I got my grills in because we hanging out the window, mouth full of gold teeth against these fools who think that they can come against the divine feminine. They always going to lose. I love you guys so much. I'm going to go get me some pho tonight. All right. I think my husband said he want a steak or something. I don't know. I'm going to go order it. All right. And I'm going to see y'all on the flip side. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I love you guys so much. Travis, thank you so much for keeping this community safe. Glow, I love you. Thank you to everybody who has commented, who has hit the hearts on the side. Coco, y'all see Coco. She all right. And I will talk to y'all later. Bye.